Hey y'all, today we are looking at how to use ChatGPT 4.0 Mini to create batches of social media content. And we are looking at 4.0 Mini because it is free for most people to use. I do have a paid subscription to ChatGPT that gives me access to all of these other models here, but for the purpose of today's video, we are going to use the 4.0 Mini model. And I do want to start this video out by saying that I absolutely love using AI tools to assist me. And that's what they are. They are tools. They are not meant to replace any humans. I also will say I do not recommend copying any of the outputs without going through and editing them and adding your own variation to it, your own personality to it. There is so much content out there that is just generated by AI and nobody is looking over it. So please do your due diligence and look through the outputs so that the quality that you are putting out into the world reflects you and your authenticity too. Okay, let's get started. We are going to use the example of a travel advisor because I have a lot of travel advisor friends and they often work with theme parks, cruises, destinations like Disney World and Universal. So I'm going to show you the wrong way to use ChatGPT first, and then I am going to show you the right way. Much like a hammer, there is a right way and a wrong way to use a hammer. There is a right way and a wrong way to use ChatGPT. So the wrong way would be something like this. I'm going to click into the message area and say, I'm a travel agent. Create some social media posts for me. This is very generic, right? Very basic. It's going to just create information based on the data that it's trained on. Now think of all the other travel agents that are out there. If there are other Disney and Universal travel agents and they've typed in a very simple prompt like this, they are likely going to get a similar output. So if you were to just copy and paste this into your social media captions, it would be pretty easy to tell that you generated these with AI. So that's the wrong way to use ChatGPT. Now, the right way is to get a little more specific with it. So these posts here are okay. They're not great, but they might help you brainstorm. And maybe that's what you need to get started with your conversation. But I would not end the conversation here. So I like to go and get relevant information as my resource. For a Disney travel agent, I might go to Disney Parks blog. Now, if we look here on the Disney Parks blog and scroll down, we'll see a lot of different articles that I could possibly use as resource material here. So we've got merch, we've got some festival holiday products, foodie guide. Let's use the Disney Jollywood Nights foodie guide right here. I'm going to click on this article and basically I'm just going to Control all, highlight all of that text there, copy it, and then I'm going to go back into ChatGPT really quick. This is where I want to add in as much specific detail as possible. I want to tell it a little bit about myself. I want to tell it the style in which I write or talk. And I also want to give it specific information to make my social media posts about. So when you write very generic social media posts, there are evergreen posts that do well, but posts that usually do better have some sort of value, some sort of relevance to the time. It's October 2nd, so Jollywood is coming up, and that is relevant to people who are planning their trips. So when you're making these social media posts within ChatGPT, just remember the more specific, the better. So I'm going to say, my name is Katie, and I specialize in Disney and Universal. And I'm going to tell it a little bit about my tone of voice and my target audience. My tone of voice is fun, lighthearted. I'm an expert, but not too formal. And I use a lot of humor and casual language. My target audience is usually ages 25 to 45 typically. And when you're thinking about this for yourself, obviously you want to apply all of these things to your own brand. If you're a creator, you do have a target audience. It's likely, a certain age demographic or gender demographic. And you just want to research that and know that beforehand. It will help tailor these posts down so that you can get really specific. So I've got my target audience there. And I can also say about 60% of my audience is women. And then I'm going to say, please use the below blog post to reference for, I would like to make 10 social media posts based on the foodie guide. I'm going to say, please use the below blog post to reference for 10 social media posts about Jollywood Nights food. Here is the blog post. And then I'm also going to add in up here before I hit enter. I'm just going to add in, I want the captions to be 2 paragraphs long and include 5 hashtags. And for this, I do not want the AI to suggest images for me. It will do that, but I already have images, let's say, that I want to use. I'm just going to say, do not include image suggestions. Just give me captions and the hashtags. And one thing that AI is really bad about doing sometimes is using emojis too much. It loves to use emojis in social media posts. So I want to limit the amount of emojis, and I'll say please use emojis sparingly. All right, and let's see what we get here. It's going to give me 10 social media post captions, about 2 paragraphs long, and including 5 hashtags. And so it's going to divide them up into different posts. We've got the hashtags at the bottom. And next, what I would do is go through each of these and just edit them down a little bit, maybe tweak some of the words, and make sure that there's no repetitive sentence structures in there. And that would take me probably about 2 to 5 minutes to do here. But I've got 10 posts pretty much ready to go. Just a quick edit is needed, and that's it. It took me about 5 to 7 minutes to do that, and now I can just take those and plan out my social media for the rest of the month. One more thing I do want to add, as I was looking through these posts, there are hashtags in here that I'm not sure are actually hashtags being used. You do want to take the time to go through each of these posts, make sure the hashtags line up with your social media marketing strategy, and make sure they're actually hashtags being used. I would also add in a call to action if I wanted to, and I could ask ChatGPT right here to edit all of the second paragraphs to include a call to action to follow me for more content. And I can say things like, please make sure everything is in first person. You can give it grammatical instructions as well. And now it's going to go through and edit these posts. And as you can see here, follow me for more delicious updates on Disney Eats. Follow me for more sweet and savory Disney delights. Follow me for more festive food recommendations. So it went through and included that call to action to all of the posts. And I think that's about it for creating a batch of social media captions. I just need to match these with some images, and I would also need to go through and edit. Like I said, you never want to just copy and paste from ChatGPT, but if you're stuck with social media content creation, ChatGPT can help so much. It'll save you a lot of time, and it will also help plan out your social media campaigns for the year too. I would love to know what sort of AI, social media, marketing, business, how-to videos you would like to see on this channel. Please let me know what you thought about this video, and don't forget to, of course, like and subscribe.